What is up, everybody? Welcome to the weekly Showdown. I'm your host, Chris Jardine, a.k.a. Snaggle J. First pitch is in 15 minutes' time. We have a very exciting Gold Live tournament tonight. Going to be a lot of fun. Next week's tournament already available. You go to your tournaments, go to weekly. It's there. There is a peak Thurman Munson up for grabs, 97 overall in an iron tournament next week. Before we get going in this one, let's show off the updated winners list. The Ben Salem Manwiches, Buck Cheeks adding his name to the immortal ones with a walk-off victory in Game 3. Freddie Sanchez broke a scoreless game in the bottom of that. If you guys missed last week's stream, holy crap. I don't think we could come anywhere close to topping that this week, but we're going to try. So somebody will be adding their name to that list tonight. Let's jump into the tournament. As always, let's do the hiding of the taskbar, because why would I ever be prepared? So as you can see, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's jump through the matchups real quick. And then if we have time, we'll talk about my lineup. If not, where am I? Hello? There I am. I was messing around with something earlier and turned my camera off. I totally forgot to turn it back on. So we'll take a look at the matchups, and then if we have time, we'll look at my lineup. If not, we'll talk about my lineup in the first game. I'm going to hide the scores. I'm not going to hide the scores. Somebody remind me to do that. I can do that from here. Here we go. The St. Paul Little Mowers take on Rich Grisham. And the Columbus Lions, Mike Soraka against Mike Soraka. That's going to be a theme. A theme in this tournament chat. Mike Soraka. Chroma key. Down. There we go. It's a little better. We have the Kingstone Stoners against the Wonderful Worlds. Walker Bueller against Walker Bueller. Valakut Primevals in the North Forest moves Walker Bueller against Charlie Morton. The Allegheny Yinzers and the Corporate Sellouts. My man Cavicom running out Sonny Gray against Mike Soraka in the first round. The Franconia Ham Fighters and the New York City Isotopes. Soraka versus Soraka in that one. Wilmington Blue Rocks against the USC Trojans. Mike Soraka against German Marquez there. The Yonkers Gorillas against the Herbie Hancocks. Walker Bueller against Charlie Morton. Walker Bueller mirror match. The Devon Lawmen take on the Waterdown Tigers. Oxford Lovetrons and the Auckland Athletics. Corey Kluber against Zach Greinke. In a little bit of a different matchup there. The Vancouver Norsemen against the Raleigh Wolfpack. Charlie Morton against Shohei Ohtani, who is probably going to be a popular pick on a lot of rosters in this one. The Macon Whoopies and the Methuen Silver Sox, a battle of the heavy hitters, as Walker Bueller takes on Mike Soraka in that one. The Manchester Camels and the Gotham City Knights, Zach Greinke against Zach Greinke. The West Virginia Warriors and the Laramie Mustangs of the BFF, Nathan Eovaldi and Yu Darvish. Huntsville Stars and the Springfield Thunderbirds, Walker Bueller against Charlie Morton. The Smelly Beavers takes on the Lagoon Lagoons, German Marquez against John Gray in the Battle of the Rockies. Ohtani's a little harder to roster because of the no DH, but I have no shame. I'm sticking him in right field. We're going to ride it out. The Newark Bears and the Deer Run Cougars, Charlie Morton against Corey Kluber. The Inner Circle and the Las Vegas Aces, Marquez and Marquez. Bueller and Marquez as the Sequim Wolves take on the Jacksonville Storm. The Orange Juice and the Eugene Emeralds, Soraka and Greinke. Durham Los Toros and the Denver Blue Wolves, Soraka and Clevenger. Tri-City Isotopes and the Cleveland Fossils, Corey Kluber against Mike Soraka. The Crown Royal Hangman and the Somerset Dolphins, Walker Bueller against Mike Soraka. The Top's Finest, the Long Island Trash Boys, Mike Soraka against Charlie Morton. Cavicom, thank you so much for the raid, my dude. How you doing? What's up? The Thornton Jimmy Jackets and the Markham Baseball Club, Masahiro Tanaka, Silver Hype against Mike Clevenger in that one. The Minnesota Loons against the AZ Axles Ballers. Walker Buehler against Zach Greinke. Cleveland Indians and the Carnegie Mellons in a Walker Buehler mirror match. The Liverpool Scousers and the Bloomington Sluggers. Marquez and Paxton. Toms River Little League champs and the Collierville Marlins. Marquez and Thornton. There, the Golden Eagles of Glen Ellen. The Scottsville Outliers. Marcus Stroman against Soraka in that one. Las Vegas Gamblers against the Gotham Knights. Buehler against Soraka. The Detroit Fury and the Niagara Herons. Charlie Morton against Yu Darvish. The Anaheim Doyers. I think they beat us out last week, chat, so we all know we don't want them to win. Against the Arizona Boys of Summer, Mike Soraka and Jonathan Loziga. The Hoth Echo Base Steelers and the Green Mountain Sparkle Parts, Shohei Ohtani against Walker Buehler. The Brooklyn Beatdown and the hometown Zoltorians, Greinke against Eduardo Rodriguez in that one. Yeah, Cavicom, yours is up towards the top. The Lowell Vines and the Texas A&M Aggies, Sonny Gray against Zach Greinke. The Buenos Tardes Head Honchos and the Charleston River Dogs, Marquez against Buehler. The South Park Cows and the Plains Phillies, Charlie Morton and Walker Buehler. The Essex Function and the New York Savages, Walker Buehler against Martin Perez. The Ratchet Wrench and the Red Hook Reavers, Eduardo Rodriguez and Yu Darvish. The Barrow Green Sox and the Mudville Nine, Soraka and Marquez. The Cheap Tricks against the Washington, D.C. Hot Dogs, Soraka against Kenta Maeda in that one. The Veal Vigilantes and the Pacific Cephalopods, Yu Darvish against Dylan Cease. Woo! A little bit of bronze type. The Baltimore City Toronto Silverbacks and the Baltimore Intensity, Ryan Yarborough against Yu Darvish. The Minnesota Twinkies and the Erie Live Ghosts, Soraka and Eduardo Rodriguez. The Broomfield Bigfoots and the Wilderness Roadkill, Morton and Soraka. The Saginaw Stripers and the Carleton Place Canadians, Mike Soraka versus Mike Clevenger. The Mississippi Blues and the Las Vegas Nighthawks, Alex Cobb against Sonny Gray. Columbus Tater Trots and the Tater Trots, love it. Toledo Troutheads, Charlie Morton and Mike Clevenger. The 1977 Dodgers starting Walker Buehler against the Louisiana State Tigers and Mike Soraka. The Berrysville Bats and the East Limestone Mission Indians, Marquez against Greinke. Cleveland Spiders and the Rancho Bernardo Dead Meats, Mike Soraka and Walker Buehler. The Valhalla Vikings and the Lisboa Andorinas. I remember he told me how to pronounce it last week. I know I messed it up again. Walker Buehler and Mike Soraka in that one. The Vienna Loggers and the St. Louis Cardinals, Aaron Nola against Ivan Nova. PT19. Man, I have to log in and see what's up there. I logged into 20 today for the first time in ever, just because I don't have time. Winnipeg Goldeyes and the Nancy Stars, Charlie Morton against Kenta Maeda. We have 6 minutes till first pitch. Front Royal Slappy Hoopers and the Manitowoc Red Raiders, Tanaka and Marquez there. The Antioch Vikings and the St. Pete Swamp, Marquez and Marquez. The Austin Blue Spiders and the Fabic Experience, Walker Buehler and Yu Darvish. The Cranberry Crackpots and the Las Vegas Pit Vipers, Aaron Nola against Mike Soraka. Lots of new team names tonight, Chad. I'm loving it. The Colorado Lions against the Seattle Stags, Alex Cobb against Charlie Morton. The Rio de Janeiro Gauchos and the last week's winner, the Ben Salem Man Witches. Soraka versus Soraka there. Your hometown, Snaggletown Streamers. Send German Marquez to the mound to take on the Kalamazoo Polar Bears and Tyler Glasnow. The Flint Tropics against the Walters Johnsons. Creative, Mike Soraka against German Marquez. The Altoona Sandwich and the Durham Tigers, Morton and Buehler. And the Rustling Jimmies and the Muskegon Zephyrs. Soraka versus Soraka there. We've got about 5 minutes left. We will jump in real quick. Let me hide the scores. Take a look at my pitching stats so you guys can see what I'm working with tonight. We've got Marquez, Soraka, Morton, Carrasco, and Ohtani. I had Soraka pegged for game one. I've decided to hold him back. I feel like Marquez is the play. I don't know why. I just feel like the better stuff. Bullpen, I've got Brad Hand, Chad Green, Joe Jimenez, Razel Iglesias, Matt Barnes, Kenley Jansen, Taylor Rogers, Roberto Osuna, and I'm assuming every single person has Kirby Yates as their closer if you have one. And then let's take a look on the offensive side of the ball. The bold move, chat. The bold move. Not only do I have Willians behind the plate, but I'm leading them off. I may have lost my mind. Oh, just a sec, guys. I gotta respond to this message. One moment. Sorry. I'm trying to answer a Discord thing. All right. We got Estudio leading off, Andrelton Simmons at short, Muncy at first, Springer in center field, Machado at third, Peterson in left, Ohtani. We're gambling with Ohtani in right, chat. Altuve at second. Lefties. We're not gambling with Ohtani in the lineup against lefties. We've got Stanton out there. So there you go. We got Estudio leading off. I want him to lead off against righties as well, or lefties as well. And then we've got Christian Vasquez for the backup play, chat. Big brain thinking. We'll see. We'll see if it works out, chat. We'll see if we can get past the first round tonight and the Kalamazoo Polar Bears. There's a look at our 128 team bracket. One of these teams will walk out of here tonight as the 5th This Week in Perfect Team Weekly Showdown champion. And again, guys, next week's tournament is already available. If you go to the tournaments applet, filter by weekly, the TWIPT Weekly Showdown for next week, it is an iron tournament. And the prize is tournament exclusive special edition 97 overall peak catcher Thurman Munson. So there you go. You're looking for something to do next week. And guys, one thing I want to make sure everybody knows, we did revamp the tournament offerings today. We added in reward cards. We changed some rewards around. We have a couple of new tournaments. One, our close personal friend Paul Sporer has his own tournament on Tuesday nights called Sporers Sandlot. Can you see the ratings on the Munson? No. Because I'm not switching. It's too much work for me to get to what I need to get to show you. Yeah, Sporers is full. It started at 32. It filled up. Also, we've added a weekly perfect point jackpot where the first place is $50K. $50K in the weekly perfect point jackpot if you want to jump in on that one. We've addressed a lot of your concerns, but that doesn't mean it's 64 this week already and it filled. We switched Sporers to 64 this week. It filled. It'll always be 64 going forward, but it filled almost immediately at 64. But guys, keep the feedback coming. Again, we're always talking about the tournament offerings. We're taking a look at rewards, making sure everything's balanced. If you guys ever have any feedback, you guys know how to get a hold of me by now. You guys know how to get a hold of me in the Discord, on the forums, on the Twitter. You guys know how to reach me. Holler at me. There's no such thing as bad feedback. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you give me feedback that immediately I know is not going to happen, I will tell you as much. I'm not going to string people along. There's a lot of guys here who I talk to relatively regularly who know that when they have something that I just know is not going to fly, I don't mind telling them that the answer is no. But again, the worst kind of feedback is the feedback that you never give. So, yeah, make sure you guys are passing along that feedback, whether it be in the Discord, whether it be in the forums, whether it be anywhere at all. We'll always be accepting that. Like I said, we're probably going to take another crack at it in a couple of weeks. Now that we have the rewards and stuff in there, we're going to be closely monitoring things like registration rates, and things of that nature to make sure that we're getting it where we need to go. Yeah. Rich is messaging me on the side, hoping that he does not get knocked out in the first round. We'll be keeping a close tab on that one. We'll be broadcasting the highlights of our game against the Kalamazoo squad. What's the reward for this one? 25 packs is first place. First place tonight's walking away with 25 regular packs. 15 regular packs for second. Third and fourth get 10. Fifth through eighth get 5. Super Bronze Weekly for next week is 100 Sammy Sosa. And one thing I wanted to mention, guys, there is an issue. I noticed a couple of the tournaments that are popping up that have already released special edition cards as the reward. It's not supposed to be that way. We thought we had it so that it would only include the special editions that we created specifically for the tournaments. So we're going to get that fixed. I noticed there was a Lions out there, a Harvey Quinn. I think there was a couple in the Klein. Best way to find them, AKA, is a lot of the tournaments we're talking about are weekly. So if you switch your filter to weekly, it'll show them. There's only like 10 or 12 weekly tournaments. Yeah, next week's is Iron. So we're going to get the tournaments thing. For those of you who are wondering, we introduced 121 tournament-specific reward cards today. 121 never-before-seen reward cards, including the 100 Sammy Sosa. And I think we have 6 tournaments that will pay out perfect cards. 4 weekly and 2 monthly, I think. Or maybe 5. 121 tournament-specific SE rewards. Yes, that is correct. Handpicked personally by yours truly. And I know them all, and they are great. They are a very eclectic batch of cards, too. That's the best part. They are a very, very eclectic batch of cards. That I can tell you for sure. I don't think this is a 100 McGuire. I hid the scores. But you guys will know if I get beat out when it shows the timer in the corner. That's not fair. Remember, guys, as per usual, no spoilers. You can talk about your own games. Please do not talk about mine. Spoilers in the chat will get you timed out for the remainder of the stream. Geez, you guys all changed your graphics going into this or what? 45 graphics to download? What's up with you guys? Just downloading the file now, guys. All right. So here we go. Kalamazoo and Snaggletowne. We're in the bottom of the second. Kalamazoo scoreless, but have runners at first and third. Christian Vasquez at the dish. That's a grounder to first. Oh, and a booted ball. Oh, Max Muncy with an error there. And that's going to cost a run. And going to continue the inning. Still nobody out here. Kalamazoo on the board, 1-0. Here's Benintendi. That ball is hit high and deep to right field. That's back at the track. And it's going to clear the wall. A 3-run home run for Andrew Benintendi. And just like that, Kalamazoo's up 4-0. So here we go. Brad Hand already into the game. Bottom of the third now. Runner at first. And Murphy, and that one's high and deep to right. Ohtani doesn't even move in right field, and Kalamazoo's off to the races. Looks like starting Herman Marquez might not have been the great call there, Skipper. Here we go. Top of the fifth. 6-0 Kalamazoo. First and second for Giancarlo Stanton. That ball's hit high and deep to left field at the track, at the wall. It's gone! Snaggletown on the board, trying to fight back into this as they cut the lead in half. A Giancarlo Stanton 3-run home run, and it's 6-3. Still the top of the fifth now, 2 down, Muncy at the dish. That one's hit high and deep. And that one's going to clear the wall. It's a 6-4 ball game. Max Muncy with the second home run of the inning. And it's 6-4. Top of the sixth now, 1 out. Here's Jock Peterson. Glasnow still in the game for the Polar Bears. That one's high and deep to right field.
Stretch. Get on back there. They look up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes.
Third home run of the game for Snaggletown, and it's a 6-5 ball game. So here we are now, top of the eighth. 6-5 ball game still. Steckenrider in the game for Kalamazoo. Max Muncy at first. George Springer at the dish. And he strikes out looking. Rough spot to go down with a K there. Here's Machado now with 1 down. And he bumps that one into right field. Great piece of hitting by Manny Machado. Muncy's going to try for third here. Here's the play. He is safe at third base. A first to third on the single by Machado. 1 out, and here's Jock Peterson. Infield playing in with the shift on the right side. Peterson goes down swinging. Second K of the inning for Steckenrider. And now we're 2 out for Ohtani. Apparently somebody stormed the field. Oh, that one's a number out in front of home plate, so Snaggletown will come away with nothing. Bottom of the eighth now, Enrique Hernandez at the plate. 1 out. Runner at second. Roberto Osuna on the mound. Bang! That one's hit in the left center field gap, and that's going to be a little bit of insurance for Kalamazoo. That's going to score 1 on the double. And it's 7-5 ball game. Here we go now. Top of the ninth. Snaggletown down 2 runs. 1 out for Corey Seager. And he loops that one into center field. That's going to be a base hit. The tying run's going to come to the plate. Yeah, they're crazy in Snaggletown, man. Rush from the field. I'm not even my home game. It's a neutral site game. Here's Astudillo now. Still 1 out. Runner at first. That ball's hit to second. 4, 6, and no play. Breaking it up at second, so the Snaggletown will live on. Here's Simmons. Down to their last out. And a fly ball into center field. And that's going to stay in the ballpark, and that's going to do it. And Snaggletown once again is out in the first round. All right, chat, that's it. I'm going home. Going home, chat. Rip. They're going home. Oh, Chad. Just weekly ones for now. We'll look at expanding them down to the daily ones after. Oh, it's all good, guys. I'm here having fun. There's already a couple of monthly tournaments in there. The perfect monthly one. There's a couple one. There's a Marcus's tournament in there. We're gonna be adding some other ones probably. I would say probably in the next couple of weeks. It's not really a top of the list thing right now. With everything that's going on, it's one of those things that it just unfortunately has fallen down the list of priorities. What we'll do is once the sim comes in for round 2, we'll go through the bracket and see where everybody's at. We'll go through the bracket. We'll see where everybody's at after round 2. You can see, I see Cavicom moving on. Rich out yet again. Oh, Rich. Oh, Rich and I could have played in like the 3rd round, too. Would have been so good. Would have been so good. Kamish, what's up, buddy? Guys, somebody will let me know when the sim comes in for next. I'm going to show you guys, by the way, if you guys didn't know, again, the next week's tournament's already available. If you filter to weekly, it's right down here. Next week, it's iron or less. We're already at 28 people. Those of you who just got eliminated, that would require us to reach round 3, which I have done once before. I'm in it, right? I am. Thank you. Good. Iron and below, and you see that beautiful special edition tournament exclusive Thurman Munson in there for next week. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. The Tuesday Super Bronze next week, already half full with a special edition Sammy Sosa. 100 Sammy Sosa. Woo! I won't dare test my luck at that. Sim is in. Sick. Let's see how people made out in round 2. We'll run down the scores before the next sim. See how everybody's doing. We'll run down the round 2 scores because 64 scores is just too much. Munson better than Barra? I have no idea. Great question. Possibly. Maybe. Maybe not. Could be. Could be, maybe, not going to be. All right. Both. Exactly. The sim is not in. Why didn't I get the sim? That's the first round sim, right? Yeah, I didn't get the sim. What the heck? What's going on here? What's going on here? How am I supposed to run through and let you all hear the sweet, sultry sound of my highlights voice without the sim? There we go. We're good. All right, let's have a look at the round 2 score. The St. Paul Little Mowers, with 6 runs in the 8th inning, oust the Altoona Sandwich by a score of 8-5. Corporate Sellouts 5, North Forest Moose 2. Cavicom moving on to the 3rd round again this week. The Wilmington Blue Rocks with a 1-0 victory in the Walker Buehler mirror match over the NYC Isotopes 2. Waterdown Tigers win a close one 6-4 over the Herbie Hancocks, with Pete Alonso and Christian Vasquez going yard skadoodles in that one. The Vancouver Norsemen go to extras with the Auckland Athletics. They score 1 in the top of the 10th, but they blow it in the bottom. Auckland moving on with a 4-3 extra inning victory. Gotham City Knights 3, Methuen Silver Sox 2. Jonathan Loasiga with the win in that one. Springfield Thunderbirds with a 3-1 win over the Laramie Mustangs of the BFF, moving on to next round. Deer Run Cougars 2, Smelly Beavers 1. Marcus Stroman with the dub in that one. A wild game between the Sequim Wolves and the Inner Circle. Lots of late runs, 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. Sequim hangs on for a 4-3 victory. Eugene scores 2 in the top of the 9th and takes out the Denver Blue Wolves by a score of 4-2. The Somerset Dolphins pass the Cleveland Fossils by a score of 3-1. The Long Island Trash Boys go 13 innings with the Thornton Jimmy Jackets. 1 in the top of the 13th for Thornton, not enough. 2 in the bottom. Long Island walks it off with a 6-5 victory. The Minnesota Loons. Let me get this. I need to get this in a spot where it's working for me. There we go. Minnesota Loons pound Cleveland for 10 runs. Pick up a 10-7 victory. All kinds of yak cities in that one. 3 in the top of the 11th. And the Liverpool Sousers get by the Collierville Martins by a score of 6-3. The Gotham Knights shut out the Scottsville Outliers 4-0. The Anaheim Doyers not going to be going that far this week as they drop one to Niagara. Score there, 1-0. The only run, a Kyle Seager home run in the bottom. Is mine still in? No. The Green Mountain Sparkle Farts able to hold off Brooklyn in the top of the 9th and win 2-1. Texas A&M 5, Charleston River Dogs 1. As Texas moving on to the next round. The New York Savages take a beating against the Plains Phillies. 8-1 the score there. Ratchet Wrench. 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. A 4-2 victory over the Mudville 9. Close game in Washington is Washington and the Pacific. Washington holds on for a 4-3 victory in that one as Byron Buxton goes deep twice. Another wild one between Baltimore, the Intensity, and the Minnesota Twinkies. 9-6 the final in favor of Baltimore as they're moving on. The Saginaw Stripers moving on with a 7-3 win over the Broomfield Bigfoots. The Toledo Troutheads 5 with 3 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. Outlasting the Las Vegas Nighthawks by a score of 3-2. The Louisiana State Tigers fought back late but unable to complete the comeback. East Limestone shuts them down, picks up a 4-2 win. Valhalla Vikings 10 runs on 15 hits as they beat the Rancho Bernardo Deadmeats by a score of 10-1. The Nancy Stars 9, the Vienna Loggers 4. Nancy moving on to round number 3. The St. Pete Swamp unable to overcome the Front Royal Slappy Hoopers with a 3-1 final there. Last 4 matchups, the Las Vegas Pit Vipers pound the Austin Blue Spiders by a score of 8-1. The Rio de Janeiro Gauchos 6, the Seattle Stags 2. Flint Tropics drop one 9-4 to the Kalamazoo Bears. Kalamazoo, 2 home runs and 14 hits in that one. And finally, 9 runs in the top of the 10th inning for the Wonderful Worlds as they win 14-5 in extras against the Muskegon Zephyrs. Yikes. Wow. That's a rough one. Holy moly. So let's take a look at the round 3 matchup. St. Paul taking on Kalamazoo. Andrew Heaney against Kenta Maeda there. Wilmington against Waterdown. Marquez and Stroman. Zach Gallen and Mike Soraka going to face off as Gotham City Knights take on the Auckland Athletics. The Springfield Thunderbirds against the Deer Run Cougars. Jose Barrios and Tyler Maley. The Sequim Wolves against the Eugene Emeralds. Kenta Maeda and Sean Manea. The Long Island Trash Boys against the Somerset Dolphins. Chris Archer and German Marquez there. The Minnesota Loons and the Liverpool Scousers. U Darvish against Charlie Morton. The Niagara Herons against the Gotham Knights. Max Fried against Charlie Morton. Texas A&M Aggies against the Green Mountain Sparkle Farts. James Paxton against Austin Nola. I don't think Spore was in this one this week. Unless he was in the first round, but I don't remember seeing him. The Ratchet Wrench and the Plains Phillies will face off. Brandon Woodruff against Aaron Nola. The Baltimore Intensity against the Washington, D.C. Hot Dogs. Kyle Hendricks and Colin McHugh. Saginaw Stripers against the Toledo Troutheads. Charlie Morton against Rogelio Armentos. A little bit of iron power coming through for Toledo in the third round. We'll see. The Valhalla Vikings against the East Limestone Mission Indians. Charlie Morton against Kenta Maeda. Front Royal Slappy Hoopers against the Nancy Stars. Zach Greinke against Patrick Corbin. The Rio de Janeiro Gauchos against the Las Vegas Pit Vipers. Charlie Morton and German Marquez. And finally, the Wonderful Worlds take on the Corporate Sellouts. Yu Darvish against Carlos Carrasco. 32 teams remain. We are into round 3 of the tournament. Again, stick around. We're going to have a giveaway. Later on, we're going to be giving away some 10,000 perfect point prizes. Probably around the quarterfinal round, maybe the semifinal round. We may rip a few packs later as well, because why not? Why not? Get loaded up for that. But there is a look at the tournament tree. Lots of action yet to come. It is week 5 of the TWIPT Weekly Showdown, brought to you by No Drink Company in particular. No Drink Company in particular, proudly sponsoring the TWIPT Weekly Showdown. No problem, Bailey. I can't remember. Somebody in the Discord, maybe it was you. Somebody in the Discord posted yesterday morning asking if I could fix that. And I said, yes, I can. It wasn't really balanced at all. Really not fair. Glad we could get that fixed up. Yeah, somebody in the Discord yesterday, I don't remember who it was. I'd love to give credit to the last person to tell me. Somebody told me yesterday right as I was working on the list, and I changed it literally immediately. Can I check how you lost? Yeah, I can. Sim just went. Okay, I'll wait a few seconds and see if we get it. Dishnet, I haven't even seen your team. I'm guessing first round exit. How could people listen to me with the sound off? Let's see. All right, I didn't get the sim yet, but that's okay. Oh, yes, I did. We'll go through in a sec. Where's Nick? Not that I want to get in the habit of checking people's scores. It could, because then all of a sudden everyone in the chat's going to be yelling. You lost 9-2. You got crushed. Wait. How? How? Hang on. Whoa. Remind me to look into that later. I'll make a note. All right. Seems a little weird. But it might be my card data too. All right, let's take a look at what happened in round numero 3. St. Paul fights off a late inning comeback from Kalamazoo. Hangs on for a 2-1 win despite giving up 11 hits. The Wilmington Blue Rocks 10 runs on 15 hits as they outlast Waterdown by a score of 10-4. Gotham City Knights 9, Auckland Athletics 1. The Deer Run Cougars with 2 in the bottom of the 8th, 1 in the bottom of the 9th as they walk it off, eliminating the Springfield Thunderbirds by a score of 5-4. The Sequim Wolves 9, the Eugene Emeralds 7 in a back-and-forth game where all the runs were scored in the first 4.5 innings. 23 hits combined. Sequim is moving on to the round of 16. The Trash Boys also moving on to the round of 16 with a convincing 8-2 win over the Somerset Dolphins. The Minnesota Loons 8, with 7 of those 8 coming in the last 3 innings. Liverpool's going home with an 8-2 loss. Niagara, the Herons, with 4 in the top of the 6th, really putting the nail in the Gotham Knights. An 8-5 victory there. The Texas A&M Aggies 8, the Green Mountain Sparkle Farts 4, ensuring that I won't get to say Green Mountain Sparkle Farts again in this tournament, which makes me a very sad panda. Plains Phillies 1, Ratchet Wrench nothing. Only 6 hits. Aaron Nola absolutely dealing in this one for the Phillies. The Baltimore Intensity gets shut out by the Washington, D.C. Hot Dogs. And Silver Ian Kennedy, who was a reliever. Colin McHugh, most likely the starter, goes 6 shutout innings. Washington moving on with a 2-1 win. 4 runs in the top of the 8th for Saginaw. They're moving past the Toledo Troutheads in the Battle of the Fish. Stripers moving on to round number 4. Valhalla 9, East Limestone 8. A wild game. Limestone had 2 in the bottom of the 9th, but unfortunately not enough to get by Valhalla. Score 9-8 in that one. A absolutely wild game between Front Royal and Nancy. 14 runs, 19 hits for Front Royal. 10 runs, 11 hits for Nancy. Front Royal moving on to the next round with a very dangerous looking offense. The Rio de Janeiro Gauchos score 5 in the top of the 2nd. It's all they needed. A 5-4 win over the Las Vegas Pit Vipers. And Cavacom is going home after a 3-0 loss, dropping it to the Wonderful Worlds. So let's take a look at our round 4 matchups. The round of 16. St. Paul against Rio de Janeiro. James Paxton against Zach Granke. Gotham City takes on Deer Run. David Price against Ryan Yarborough there. The Sequin Wolves and the Long Island Trash Boys. John Gray against Kevin Gosman. The Minnesota Loons against the Niagara Herons. Yu Darvish against Trevor Bauer. The other side, you get the A&M Aggies and the Plains Phillies. Jose Barrios and Tyler Glasnow there. Yerman Marquez and Brandon McKay go head-to-head as the Saginaw Stripers take on the Washington, D.C. Hot Dogs. The Valhalla Vikings take on the Front Royal Slappy Hoopers. Yu Darvish against Mike Clevenger. And last but not least, the Wilmington Blue Rocks against the Wonderful Worlds. Corey Kluber against David Price. Yeah, I got to figure out what happened there. Let's do this real quick. Let's do this. Okay, good. 2. Let's see. Where was I looking? Right up here. No, it's just a display thing. Just so you guys are aware. I wanted to look to make sure. It's a display thing. As you can see, this is the box score from the game. He has all live cards in his lineup. Marquez, Woodruff. It's not a glitch. Anyone in the tournament can go up on the box score. I didn't pull any sort of wild magic or anything. But yeah, this is the box score for it right here. Yonkers Gorillas, Herbie Hancocks. Yeah, it's just a display thing somehow. What probably happened was, if sometimes people open the rosters files right away, we might have made a change afterwards. Sometimes that doesn't always stick. People run into that problem with the next week's thing. Yeah, see, so what that probably is that'd be a display issue where his roster would have been overtaken by the AI, but for the first round, you can't have 3 perfect teams in one login. Nope, they each need their own separate login. Because I'm sure if I go to the next round, his roster is probably right. It's just the way they displayed. The AI would have switched it out on him. So see, if you go to this one where he lost to Waterdown, you're probably going to see Bader and those guys as well. It's just for that first round, I think there's a display problem. See, look, Bader's here. Still shows as A.J. Burnett's card, but it would have been Bader playing in the game because the game wouldn't let A.J. Burnett play center field. So what it was is somehow, probably a glitch, and they're probably not the user's fault because the Hancocks play every week. The AI intervened because the AI will do that. If you're able to submit a roster that's illegal, like silvers in a bronze tournament, the AI will intervene and replace them for you. It's not ideal the way it does it with the little display things. Probably something that the dev team needs to look at. I don't think any of them are here. I don't think Matt's here. I know he's a busy man. But I will clip that out and I will show. I'll clip it out and I'll show the devs, Mark and Chris, and see if we can get that fixed up so that it's not a display problem anymore. There you go, guys. We're already up to 42 teams in next week's tournament. Yeah, I'm just waiting. So what we'll do, guys, we'll do the highlights of this sim, then we'll do the giveaway, then the next sim we'll do some packs. And then by then we'll be almost to the finals. Let me get the giveaway Mojangler all set up here. I don't really need, actually, I can just go in regular old browser, right? Do-do-do-do-do. We're in the final 16, chat. Oh, man. Are we going to have the high-end, suspenseful drama like we had last week? Or will it be a drama of a different kind? Maybe a no-hitter. A combined team perfect game, for example. Oh, yeah. Richard here giving away the store, is he? Sim. Free-to-play team just pulled 98 Buck Leonard. I'll take him off your hands for a really good deal. Free 99. Nice pull. Nice pull. Yeah, the legitimate definition of first world problems. Oh, I pulled this very high-priced diamond on my free-to-play account. Oh. All right. Let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen, at the quarterfinal. No. Round of 16. St. Paul keeps on trucking an 8-6 win over the Rio de Janeiro Gauchos. Gotham City with 3 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, a 6-3 win over the Deer Run Cougars. Shed Long going big long in this one for Gotham City. The Long Island Trash Boys with 6 in the bottom of the 6th pick up a 9-1 win over the Sequim Wolves. The Niagara Herons 6, the Minnesota Loons 4 in another battle of the birds. Texas A&M moving on to the quarterfinals. 3 runs all in the last 2 innings as they are able to get past the Plains Phillies by a score of 3-2. The Saginaw Stripers tournament ends here. Brendan McKay, great in this one. 6 1/3, a shutout ball. Washington with 4 in the bottom of the first. All they needed to pick up a 4-1 win. The Front Royal Slappy Hoopers 12. The Valhalla Vikings 2. And another lopsided score as Wilmington Blue Rocks put up 14 runs on 17 hits against the Wonderful Worlds, picking up a 14-2 victory. So that sets us up, ladies and gentlemen, with our quarterfinals matchups. Wilmington Blue Rocks take on the Gotham City Knights. Brendan McKay against Lance Lynn. In that one, the Niagara Herons against the Long Island Trash Boys. Joe Musgrove against Marcus Strom and the Texas A&M Aggies, and the Washington D.C. Hot Dogs, Max Fried and Jake Odorizzi. Finally, St. Paul, the Little Mowers, take on the Front Royal Slappy Hoopers, who have been beating everybody all over town. Carlos Carrasco against Kevin Gosman in that one. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our nightly giveaway. 10,000 perfect points times 3. You can't win if you ain't in. That's not the text I wanted. Oh, because the text is using the other one. Exclamation point ticket in the chat. Again, 3 prizes of 10,000 perfect points apiece. Maybe, just maybe, you'll be lucky enough to pull a Buck Leonard on your free-to-play account to really, really help them out. And then, yes, we're going to go through the quarters. We'll rip a few packs during the wait for the semis. And then once we get into the finals, we will look at the highlights for all of those games. Guys, I really appreciate you guys. While you guys are all getting in the exclamation point ticket, getting in the giveaway, I do appreciate you guys coming by the stream. You know, we're really starting to hit our groove here with the TWIPT Weekly Showdown. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy doing them. I look forward to Monday nights. We're having a lot of fun with these. The chat seems to be enjoying them, seems to be lively. So I thank you guys for coming out and supporting the stream. We just hit 3,500 followers here on Twitch in the last week. We're, I think, like 9 subs away from 5,000 on YouTube. We just hit 17,000 followers on Twitch or Twitter. I mean, you guys are insane. The support has been absolutely amazing. So we're very, very happy. Guys, by the way, if you guys haven't checked out the MLB Dream Bracket, it kicked off today. The Dream Bracket presented by DraftKings and powered by Out of the Park Baseball 21. They're actually, today they streamed some Game 7s and one Game 6, I think, over on their Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MLB Network. There's another set of streams scheduled for tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. If you guys check out that link, I posted in the chat. You guys can check them out. The full schedule's on there. It was a lot of fun. Blue Jays moved on with a 4-1 series victory over the Twinkies. Glad to see that. Glad to see that happen. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm going into it completely blind. I don't know any of the results. It was a very tight-lipped operation. I knew it was happening, but I did not want to / did not get the opportunity to see the results. So I'm very, very surprised going into it. There were some great games today. They did a wonderful job. MLB Network's presentation of it was amazing. I was hanging out in the chat. TJ was hanging out in the chat. Rich was hanging out in the chat representing the official OOTP Developments account. It was a lot of fun. It is just some PC game. The ratings aren't accurate, Fancy Skunk. That's true. I only saw that comment 60,000 times today. It was a lot of fun. And you know what? A lot of OOTP regulars in the chat. If you guys were over there, a lot of people saying some really nice things about OOTP and Perfect Team. And it was really cool. If you guys missed out on it, I know the VOD is still available at twitch.tv/MLB Network. You guys can go check it out. I think that's it. Oh, is it MLB_network? Oh, it should be MLB Network. Can I not spell? No, that's it. Make sure you guys go check it out. Like I said, 3 p.m. tomorrow. 3 p.m. tomorrow, they have another set of streams. There was a lot of people there today. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Mocha's Logos. How come MLB Network? You know what? Here's the thing. We've had that comment several times. All I will say is this. They were showing our game on the screen. There was no need. They can, like, again, this is a partnership project between us and MLB and DraftKings. Literally, like, our game was on their Twitch channel for 2 hours. Like, that we're happy to be part of it. We are ecstatic with how it went. Literally, they showed off our in-game action for 2 hours on their channel today. That to us is amazing and an opportunity that we've never had. They had upwards of 900 viewers there today at certain points. Again, the logo being or not being on the screen to us, honestly, does not matter one bit. There's not a single person today at OOTP who said, geez, I wish our logo was on the screen. Because here's the thing. I mean, you guys know this from being part of the community and stuff. For us, we're happy to be part of it. We're happy to be there. It's not about, I mean, okay, here's the thing. It's not so much about the promotion as it is. It was a really cool thing to be part of. We're really excited to see how it turns out in the end. We enjoyed it. We loved doing it. We had fun as a team talking about it. Yeah. Again, there was not a single person at OOTP Developments that said that I saw today, geez, I wish they showed our logo more often. We were ecstatic just to be there and be part of it, and that's kind of how we always are, guys. I mean, you guys know that. Third episode. Here's the thing. Third episode of This Week in Perfect Team. We had Lance McCullers Jr. here. It was amazing. You know, we like, it's every time we get to be part of one of these things, whether it's going to the All-Star game, whether it's doing a cool thing like the Negro League set, whether it's being on MLB Network or doing predictions or anything like that, we're happy to be part of it. We're wonderfully grateful for all of our partners who want to do that stuff with us. And yeah, again, that's not something that we were really worried about. Like I said, the TLDR is we were very happy with how it went and how it turned out. And we look forward to the rest of the Dream Bracket. Now I wait for the angry DM from Rich saying, what the hell are you talking about? If you go to the link, Jeff, they've got the times for the first round. They're doing the streams in they're doing streams in like groups of 4. So if you go to the link, go to mlb.com/dream-bracket. It'll show you the schedules. They're doing one game from every series in a half-hour block, 4 games at a time for the first round. I don't know what the schedule is after that. If you guys, !Dream Bracket will bring up the command. Okay. Back to what we were talking about, which is the quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, baby. The Wilmington City Blue Rocks, boys, they're Wilmington City. Listen, Wilmington, not City. Wilmington Blue Rocks, they're rolling right now. K-Sharp has his squad on point. A 6-0 win over Gotham City. Wilmington, I'll tell you what, K-Sharp's got his guys motivated. They're focused right now. Long Island goes to 13 innings against Niagara, puts up 3 in the bottom of the 13th. I'm going to assume that Marcus Semien home run was an extra inning walk-off. 8-5, Long Island is moving on. Washington takes out Texas A&M by a score of 10-2. And a close one between St. Paul and the Front Royal Slappy Hoopers. 5-4. K-Sharp in the chat saying they had a great team meeting beforehand. So let's take a look, everybody, at the semifinals. On one side, you've got the Wilmington Blue Rocks and the Long Island Trash Boys. Probable starters, Mike Soraka, Charlie Morton. On the other side, You've got the Front Royal Slappy Hoopers against the Washington, D.C. Hot Dogs. Herman Marquez against Kenta Maeda. So there you go. Two of these teams will move on and will battle to become the 5th TWIPT Weekly Showdown. So a lot of people, I've seen a lot of comments about, to talk about the Dream Bracket for a second, I've seen a lot of comments about how poorly the Negro League team performed. I mean, here's the thing. You look at those matchups on paper, like outside, it's a 7-game series, right? The Negro Leaguers would have been leaning hard on Satchel Paige and Bullet Joe Rogan. You get to game 7, you know, that Cleveland team, you look at the Cleveland Greats team, I mean, they are an absolute monster at the dish. And, you know, everyone was saying, oh, the Negro Leaguers did so bad. They went to game 7. Like, it's not like they got absolutely tuned. They got to game 7, and like what happens in a 7-game series, they ran out of top-tier pitching. And a team like Cleveland, with those guys in the lineup that they have, with Hafner and Tomey and Bell and Ramirez and Lofton, they're going to get you. That's a dangerous team. Yeah, Knapp was on fire. That Cleveland team, tough. But there was a lot of great games there. That Rangers-Red Sox game was epic. Roger able to keep them in the game long enough to come back. Boston takes on Toronto now in round 2. Jays got by Minnesota. Roy Halladay beat Walter Johnson twice. Sorry, no spoilers, but I'm too excited about it. My bad. I'm sorry. All right. Sorry. I mean, to be fair, I always pronounced it the French way, la joie, which is how it probably should be pronounced. Although, really, I'm Canadian, so that's probably why. All right. While we're waiting for this to go, we're going to rip some packs. Yeah, but see, that's the thing that people are missing, though, Amphabic. It's using current day settings, which is what they wanted. If the games were played in 1940 something, yeah, Satchel probably goes 3 days or 3 games, back-to-back days, whatever. But it wasn't using the 1930s settings. It was using 2019 settings. So, not possible. Again, it's like Perfect Team, right? How do you optimize 120 years of baseball history? The answer is you can't. So you do the best you can. Like in Perfect Team, how we normalized to 2010. Because 2010 is a, statistically speaking, a very average season. And that's the thing. Like I've never once ripping attorney doesn't apply perfect settings. What do you mean? Not sure what you mean, Moscow. Congrats, Magus. But that's the thing. I've never once shied away from the fact that there is no perfect way to normalize 130 plus years of baseball history. There really just isn't. Baseball is such a generational game. That's the thing. Baseball is such a generational game. Again, if it would have been played under 1940 settings, would have been a different story. Because on the other side of the coin, Feller would have started Game 7 for Cleveland. Yeah, it's a separate thing, but it's the same idea. Bird, it's the same idea. I know they're not using Perfect Team, but it's still the same logic applies. Right? I know they're not using Perfect Team. You don't need to tell me that. I know that. But you still have the unenviable task of, okay, we've got players from 18 whatever to 20 whatever. How do we make that work? Is there really no perfect league until there are 30 diamond champs? Nope. I don't know that for sure. They might run a smaller league. It won't be any less than 16. I don't know if they plan to run it when it gets to 16, but that would be the smallest. No, there's no perfect league next week. There is not. If you look at the promotion relegation screen, nobody's getting promoted from Diamond this week. You want in the perfect league, you're going to have to win. Okay, we're going to rip a few packs, but maybe we'll wait because we got talking about stuff, which happens. Which happens. Yeah, I don't know what the final plan is. I don't know what you mean by the banners, Dean. Like up in the corner? Like where your team is? Because that stuff's already there, I think. I'm not following which one you mean. Probably because I never win anything. Oh, they're not showing up for Rookie and Stone, right? Is that the issue? Championship ring for players is the lowest priority thing. It's on the list, but it is on the list. The Rookie Stone, yeah, Stone and Iron's not working? Iron should work. I don't know why Iron isn't there. I thought that it was a Stone and Rookie problem. It's definitely it's on the list for sure. Iron's not working. Is Rookie working? So see, I bet you. Okay, I already know what the problem is there. I'm gonna write this down so I don't forget. Stone and Iron. Okay, got it. I'm assuming the sim is up for this. You have Iron? Yeah, I would, because there's a lot of things that, because we added Rookie and Stone, it's probably that there's a code thing missing to fix it. Little suspense. Oh, it's not done anyway. Oh, should be. Huh. Hmm. Either way, we know some are missing. Bottom line is not all 3 levels of the bottom are showing up. Like I said, I know some of the calls to Rookie and Stone were not working early on, so that might be one of the ones we missed. I know that they're undertaking a very big code optimization project over the next couple of weeks. Just trying to smooth things out, smoothing out the experience a little bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a final. On one side, the Wilmington Blue Rocks tournament has come to an end. K Sharp had them so good. But unfortunately, they lose in the bottom of the 11th inning. The Long Island Trash Boys pick up a 4-2 victory. And on the other side, the Front Royal Slappy Hoopers 3, the Washington, D.C. Hot Dogs 1. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a final. The Long Island Trash Boys will take on the Front Royal Slappy Hoopers. Projected pitching matchups: are Yu Darvish, Chris Archer, Kevin Gausman, Zach Greinke, Mike Clevenger, Marcus Stroman. Let's take a look at the teams, take a look at how they got here. The Trash Boys, owned by Danable Corpse. Look at that. Look at Matt Olson in the middle of that lineup. 4 home runs and 10 RBIs in the tournament so far. Some pretty good numbers in the bullpen as well. Let's take a look at his pitching. Now, this is going to be where the problems come in, chat. He's had to go pretty hard to get here. You see his starters. Nobody's going more than 6. Leaning heavily on that 7-man bullpen. Again, in a tournament, we've said this many times, chat. Carrying the extra bat in do-or-die tournaments where you know there's no breaks, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous, because now you got to win 2 games, and you're coming into it with a dead rotation or dead pitching. On the other side, the Slappy Hoopers, managed by a 2-year-old. Well, for a 2-year-old, he's pretty good at perfect team. George Springer beasting out in the middle of his lineup, 4.35 with 4 homers and 15 RBIs. You can see he's got the extra arm in the pen. Let's take a look. He's doing pretty good. Better shape in the bullpen. Yes, you've got some tired guys there. But you've got the extra man, plus the guys who are tired are only marginally tired. So again, if we're looking at bullpens, you got to think Front Royal has a little bit of an advantage, I would say. We're going to draw the giveaway winner, guys, in just a minute. If you guys haven't gotten in on the giveaway, exclamation point ticket in the chat, you have just a few seconds to get in to win. Okay, guys, I'm going to drop a straw poll in the chat. Hit the straw poll. You can vote for the Long Island Trash Boys or the Slappy Hoopers. Next week is All Iron. We'll close the poll here in about 2 minutes. Guys, last chance to get on the giveaway. You got 10 seconds. Exclamation point ticket in the chat. If you haven't already, you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The giveaway is closed. The giveaway is closed. Again, guys, if you win, make sure you whisper us here on Twitch or DM me in the Discord with your username in Perfect Team, in the proper capitalization, and your team name so I can confirm that it is the right team when I put it in the point payout system. Congratulations to Hometown Markup. Oh, it's being slow. It's being slow. Come on. Come on. X1 Campbell and Ganbamagus. Hometown Markup, X1 Campbell, Axel. I'm going to call you Axel just because. Ganbamagus, congratulations. You guys have all won 10,000 perfect points apiece. Again, make sure you guys hit us up at the Whispers or in the Discord. The Slappy Hoopers, 80-20. Woo, baby. The Slappy Hoopers way out in front in the straw poll. So there you go, folks. A lot of people in the chat thinking the Slappy Hoopers gonna take it down. Let's see, Maine. What's in perfect team? No, that's not where I want to go. Hide scores. So again, guys, we're going to broadcast the highlights of the finals games. In the meantime, let's rip some packs. Let's blow through 15 packs like nobody's business, shouldn't we? Okay. Not how we wanted to start. Ooh, Fritz Peterson. Let's go. Sell for $3.95. That money back. All live pack. No! 100 Josh Gibson. Do you want to watch me flip out of this chair backwards? I'd almost prefer Cool Papa Bell. Cool Papa Bell, are you in there? Cool Papa Bell, can you hear me? Snaggle's been so good this year. I would like you in one of my packs. Doel Lugo and that sweet turtleneck. Oscar Charleston. I take Oscar Charleston. I really just want Cool Papa Bell. I'd take any Negro Leaguers. Like, even down to, like, the Silvers. Just any of them. Double duty Radcliffe would be perfect. Oh! Oh. He'll survive. I already have a Harper, I think. Oh, guys. I should show you guys a thing. Oh. Maybe it's time for a Snaggle behind the curtain edition of Executive Decisions. Chat. Oh, do you guys want to see a thing? So, now please keep in mind, okay, I want to preface this by saying this particular feature, it's very small. It's not a big edition. And it's in beta. So it's not available to anybody literally other than me. No, I'm kidding. It's a beta test thing. But it will be, if everything goes well, it'll be in the next build. I can't do it while I'm in it. But, so, now when you hit only display duplicates, it will remove one of every card, starting with ones you have locked. So you see how when I click only display duplicates, it shows me this Kyle Hen- it only shows me one of them. My other one of these are locked because I did the collection, but it'll only show you one of these. And then you can click tag all displayed cards. There is a select all button. Now, I already know what people are going to say. Well, it's select all. But here's the thing. If I don't want to quick sell these silvers, it's 3 clicks. Instead of clicking 7,000 bronze cards. So there you go. Again, in beta. Not in the release candidate yet. I've been using it all weekend. It's working pretty good. So, all things considered, it should be in the next release. I thought I would give you guys a little show off there. Play now? Am I back in the tournament? Back in the tournament, chat? New rules. Snaggle's allowed back in the tournament whenever he wants. Hovering ratings in inactive cards, not going to happen. Not saying it'll never happen. No, it'll just show. So if you have no locked dupes, it'll just show one of them. Starting with your inactive roster. So it'll like if you have one on your active roster, it'll hide it. Santa, can you hear me? Money in the Bank. Ladder match? We having a ladder match? I am Seth Rollins, the ultimate opportunist. Also, probably not. I wouldn't hate that, actually, Djo, to be honest. I wouldn't hate that at all. All right. We're just downloading the highlight reel chat. Game 1 of the finals. Front Royal, Long Island. It's here. It's real. I hid the scores. No spoilers. Here we go. The Front Royal Slappy Hoopers against the Long Island Trash Boys. The Front Royal, 4-1, 1-4, 80% favorites to win it all. Let's go here, top of the first. Jimenez. Went with the bullpen starter? Opener? And he walks the leadoff hitter. He went with an opener, chat. Opener strategy. That's a first. Donaldson at second. That ball's hit down the left field line by Springer. It's going to bounce off the partition in the corner. Donaldson, though, is going to be able to score. Springer on his way into second. He is safe. An RBI double for Jordan Springer, and the Slappy Hoopers take a 1-0 lead. Here we go now, bottom of the first. Semien at first for Jeff McNeil. Nobody out here for Long Island. That ball's hit high and deep to left center field. That's back at the track at the wall. Hits off the top of the wall. Semien was going on the pitch. He's around second. Running hard on his way around third. He's going to score. Long Island ties it up at 1. An RBI double for Jeff McNeil. McNeil now at third with 1 out. Here's Matt Olson, who has had a heck of a tournament for Long Island so far. And that ball slapped in the left center field gap. That's going to be a run-scoring double for Matt Olson. Second double of the inning. And Long Island takes the lead 2-1. Here's Conforto now. Base hit into right field. Olson's going to round third. He's going to try to score. Here comes the throw. It's going to be close at the plate. He slides it. He's safe. And Long Island takes a 3-1 lead. So 4-1 now. Top of the fourth. Rizzo at the dish. Springer at first and nobody out. Giovanni Gallegos in the game now for Long Island. That's a base hit in the left field. That's going to have 2 runners on here with nobody out in the inning. Here's Bogarts. Popped up. That's going to be trouble. Oh, but Semien able to get out there and make the play. And now Craig Kimbrell into the game here in the 4th inning. First and second, 1 down for Harrison Bader. Grounder to short. Are they going to be able to turn 2? They're going to get 1 for sure. They're going to turn. It's 6-4-3 double play, and the Trash Boys get out of it and lead 4-1. But how wrecked is their bullpen going to be as we get in the latter half of this game? Bottom of the 5th now. Darvish still on the hill. Here's Matt Olson. That ball is hit high and deep to center field. That one is way out of here. 427 feet to dead center field by Matt Olson. And Long Island takes a 5-1 lead. Here we are now, top of the 7th. Long Island leads 5-1. Front Royal has Meadows at the dish, runners at first and third, nobody out. Kenley Jansen into the game now. That ball's looped into center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. 1 run's going to score to make it 5-2. Meadows with an RBI single. Runners at second and third now. Still nobody out in the inning. Donaldson at the dish, representing the tying run. And he hits that one high and deep down the left field line. That's going to fall short at the track. Runner's going to tag and try to score. Here comes the throw. It's going to be close to the plate, and he's safe at the plate. Austin Meadows moves up to third, and it's a 5-3 ball game. Here's LeMahieu now with 1 out, infield in. And that's hit back up the middle, an RBI single for DJ LeMahieu, and it's now 5-4. Will Long Island's strategy of using an opener backfire as we get to the latter half of this game. Here's Giancarlo Stanton. One out, LeMahieu at first, Ryan Presley into the game. Shift on in the infield. Outfield playing straight away. And Stanton, yes, he did go around. That's going to be strike 3. Here's Rizzo now as they go to Taylor Rogers. Oh, it's top of the 8th now. Top of the 8th now. Walked him. Here's Bogarts. Leadoff runner on after a walk. And that's high and deep to right field.
That ball hit high and deep. Stretch. Stretch. Get on back there. They look up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes.
And the comeback is complete. A 2-run Oppo Taco home run by Xander Bogaerts. And it's 6-5 Front Royal. One out now. Runners at first and second. Donaldson at the dish. Front Royal still trying to put the pressure on. That's popped up. Playable in right. No tag. Here's LeMahieu now. And he walks. That's going to load him up. Here's Stanton with the bases loaded, 2 out in the inning. Again, shift on in the infield. And that ball's hit high and deep to left center field. At the track, at the wall. It's a grand salami. Giancarlo Stanton with a grand slam to left center field. And it's 10-5 Front Royal. And they're going to have to dip into the starter pool now as Chris Archer is into the game. Top of the 9th now. Score still 10-5. That ball's hit high and deep to right field. At the track, at the wall. It's gone! Front Royal hammering the baseball as they are now up 11-5. Bottom of the 9th now. Giovanni Gallegos into the game. 2 out. And Springer goes down looking. Front Royal takes game 1 by a score of 1-0. Listen, chat. The opener strategy did not pay off. It paid off for a bit. But then Jansen got rocked. Taylor Rogers gets tagged for 6 runs. Oh, man. That's not going to be good. We're going into game 2. Gosman for Long Island. Got to go on the road now. Zach Greinke. Man, oh man. I mean, at this point, Long Island's bullpen just has to be decimated. And I mean, Gosman's not even fully rested. Yeah, this is going to be rough. The Trash Boys are in trouble. 100% for sure. "100% for sure the Trash Boys are in some trouble. Oh, see, and now Megas, you say that. Who knows? And last week, look at the drama from last week. Anything can happen in the TWIPT Weekly Showdown. Let me get my hide scores on here, chat. All right, game 2. Long Island needs a miracle, chat. Long Island needs a miracle. Here we go. Top of the 1st, game number 2. Front Royal looking to become the 5th TWIPT Weekly Showdown champion with a sweepity-deepity. And Semien leads off the game with a single back up the middle. Will we see a position player take the mound? Possibly. Here's Machado now. McNeil at first, 1 down. High and deep. That ball is crushed. Manny Machado hammers a ball out of here. Long Island out of the chute quickly with a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the first now, runner at first for Devers. And that ball's high and deep to right field. And just like that, Front Royal gets it back. A 2-run home run by Rafael Devers. And it's 2-2. Top of the second now, LeMahieu facing Zach Greinke. That ball's crushed. High and deep to left center field.
High and deep. Stretch. Stretch. Get on back there. They look up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes.
What a power show we've got so far. Bottom, or still top of the inning here. Darvish at first, Semien at the plate. That ball's hit laced in the left center field gap. That's going to get down. Darvish is around second on his way to third. Are they going to send him? They are going to send him. Going to try to get Darvish in here. He's going to score with ease. An RBI double for Marcus Semien, and Long Island out to a 4-2 lead. Here's Olsen now. That ball's crushed. High and deep to left center field. Matt Olsen has struck again for Long Island, their third home run of the game. And we are top of the second inning, and it's 7-2. Top of the third inning now. Semien at the dish. LeMahieu at second with 2 down. That ball's laced down the left field line. High and deep back at the track. At the wall. It's a gunner. 4th home run of the game for the Trash Boys, and it's 9-2. Well, that's what they needed, chat. If you got a bullpen that's held together with bail and wire, you got to put up a whole bunch of crazy runs. Bottom of the 4th now. Front Royal down 9-2. Runners at first and second. Nobody out for Harrison Bader. Bader smashes that one high and deep to center field, and that one is a mile out of here. 432 feet away for Harrison Bader as Front Royal cuts into the lead. It's 9-5. So let's go to the bottom of the 8th now. It is 12-5 Long Island. Joe Jimenez into the game for the Trash Boys. Front Royal, nobody out, runner at first. Bogart's at the dish. And that's a walk. 2 runners on here. Here's Bader. Hit a monster moonshot out of here earlier. Laces that one to left field. That's going to fall. Runners had to hold up to see what was going to happen. And down 7, Front Royal's got something cooking here. Bases loaded now for Sean Murphy. Fly ball. High and deep to center field. That's going to be taggable. They're going to tag. Here comes the throw. It's going to be close at the plate, but not close enough. Springer scores, and it's 12-6. Bases loaded now for Austin Meadows. 1 out in the inning. A grand slam here, and oh, baby, this thing will get interesting all of a sudden. Granted is the pitcher. They're going to go to first for one, or home for one, on to first. They don't get him. So 2 out now. Base is still loaded. Still down 6 runs. That ball's laced in the left center field gap. That's going to clear them all. Josh Donaldson. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Here comes the 3rd run. He is safe at the plate. And just like that, the Trash Boys are within striking distance. It's 12-9. Bottom of the 9th now. 1 out. Giovanni Gallegos on. Here's LeMahieu. What a wild baseball game this has been. That's line in the left center field gap. That is going to be extra bases. LeMahieu around first, on his way to second. And the Slappy Hoopers trying to end it here. Runner goes up to third. Here's 2 out now. Kimbrel into the game facing Harrison Bader. And there's a grounder to second. And we are going to a deciding game 3 as Long Island puts up 9 runs in the first 3 innings and are able to hold on for a 12-9 victory. They still had to use their bullpen hard. Yeah, things are not looking good. Things are not looking good for the Trash Boys. Not gonna lie, chat. Things are probably not. Magus doesn't care. He pulled a perfect. He has 10,000 points coming his way. He's just whatever. So they have Kevin Gausman on full rest. Kevin Gausman on full rest against Mike Clevenger. We shall see. For the second consecutive week, the TWIPT Weekly Showdown is going to a third game. A third and deciding ball game here. Oh, it hasn't gone through yet? Oh, I'm a little early. Little early on the draw. Remember, guys, still plenty of spots left in next week's tournament. We have 60 spots filled up so far, 68 left to go. It is an iron tournament next week. Got to remember to fix that. I believe there is a DH next week. There is, right? There is a DH. I'm sick of the no DH. I'm over it. Over the no DH. Over it. I'm over pitchers hitting. Don't know why I ever had no DH to begin with. Let's get this file going. I'm ready, chat. I'm ready. My body is ready for one last my body is ready for one more game. The last game of the night, guaranteed. Guaranteed this highlight package ends with somebody winning. The Trash Boys were able to overcome. The Trash Boys were able to overcome in game number 2. Can they do the same in game 3? So here we go. Austin Meadows now, top of the first, leading it off. Mason Gausman. And Meadows, high and deep to right field, at the track, at the wall, and it's a leadoff home run. Front Royal setting the tone early. Austin Meadows with a leadoff home run. And they take a 1-0 lead. Still nobody out here. And here's, top of the second now for Bogaerts. That ball smashed high and deep to left field. And that one is gone. Oh, boys. The ball's flying out of here early in this one. 2 innings, 2 home runs. And it's 2-0. Here's Bader now. Still nobody out in the inning. And that one smashed high and deep to right field. At the track, at the wall. It's gone. 3-0. Slappy Hoopers. Here's Matt Olson. And he cranks one high and deep to left field here in the third. And that is gone. 4-0. Top of the fourth now, still 4-0 for Front Royal. Runners at first and third, 2 down. Olson at the dish once again. And that one's cranked way back. And this one has been blown wide open. Long Island has no hits. And they've given up 7 runs on 5 home runs now? And it is 7-0. Have yourself a game, Matt Olson. Top of the 6th now. LeMahieu hits one high and deep to center field at the track at the wall. It's going to bounce off the wall. That's going to be extra bases. He's going to try for third, and that's going to be a slide-in head-first triple. And, oh, my jumping. It's 12-0 now. Top of the 7th. Second and third. And Springer dumps that one against the shift into right field. That's going to score 2 more. Somebody mercy kill this game. It is 14-0. Top of the 9th now, still 14-1 ball game. And that's high and deep to right field.
That ball hit high and deep. Stretch. Stretch. Get on
Not
back
even
there. They look
fair
up.
anymore.
You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes.
Bottom of the 9th now, 17-1 the score. Diekman in to face Olson with 1 down. Grounder to third. 5, 4, 3, double play. And the Front Royal squad celebrates in front of home plate. And they are the TWIPT Weekly Showdown champions for week number 5 with an absolutely foolishly dominant performance. DJ LeMahieu hits .368, ends up winning the series MVP. It was Long Island's Matt Olson that went absolutely berserk. Wow, wow, wow. Congratulations to the Front Royal Slappy Hoopers. They have won this week's tournament. Congratulations to a 2-year-old who is the manager of the team. Man, oh man. 5 weeks of the TWIPT Weekly Showdown. And we have had 5 different winners. And again, next week, we will be having a 128-team Iron tournament. It should be a lot of fun. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that follow button up at the top of the screen right here on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. Guys, make sure you follow us all around the internet as well on social media. Twitter.com/OOTP Perfect Team, Facebook.com/OOTP Baseball, YouTube.com/OOTP Developments, Discord.gg/OOTP, forums.OOTPdevelopments.com. Guys, if you're new, guys, pick up your very own copy of Out of the Park Baseball now. OOTPdevelopments.com, Steam, Mac App Store. Pick it up. It's a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing you guys later this week, Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, when we drop a brand new bunch of content on This Week in Perfect Team. And we'll see you guys a week from tonight, Monday night, for next week's version of the TWIPT Weekly Showdown, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. First pitch is at 8:15. Guys, as always, I have been Chris Jardine, a.k.a. Snaggle J, community and content developer for Out of the Park Baseball. And until next time, keep swinging for the fences.